Hello and welcome to my review of issue 17 and issue 20 of the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest subscription service by Hachette Partworks. Apologies for the delay in all of the content recently. I think I missed a couple of days here and there, but the content is now back on track, starting with today being Thursday. There's going to be another video released tomorrow on Friday, and the same on Monday, and the rest of next week. What I've decided to do is do a couple of weeks purely of the Warhammer 40,000 Conquest subscription service, just to you know, catch up and get them out of the way and try and get up to date with all of the issues, because you know, judging by these issues, we're quite a few months behind now. So that's what I want to do. Anyway, I do thank you for your patience, as always. So I didn't really do a review of issue 17. I kind of skipped over it. It was just a first look. So of course issue 17 brought about the second armoured Munitorum container. All of these issues are £7.99. So you're essentially buying these 3 containers for £8 each, which would be £24. Now buying them off Games Workshop's web store directly is £30. But of course, if you bought them from a third-party retailer, you're going to get 20% off or so. So again, what's that, £24 or so? So you are saving a little bit from Games Workshop directly, but it's costing you about the same if you get them from a third party. Anyway, issue 17, there was a look at the Chaos Gods. They're all labelled there. Chaos Gods Nurgle. And then they didn't go into sort of the rest of them. They went straight into Defenders of Ultramar and then Invaders of Ultramar. It would have been nice if they split the Force of Chaos. How to build the armor container. Of course, it's not really needed because we had one in a previous issue, and how to paint them. They painted this one in blue. And the crates they then painted in Death Guard green. Probably, I would suggest now you spray them and then paint them in the new contrast paints. You probably get a good effect with these crates now, and any scenery really. Then there's a fire zone secured mission, variable missions, mission deployment, and placing objectives. And then there was a look at the next 2 issues, which was the paint and the Lord Felthius, which I'd already done unboxings and first looks and reviews and things of those, but I thought I'd just bring this issue in with these crates. So this is the meat of this review, essentially issue number 20 right here. They looked at the Ultramarine successor chapters, honour badges, the Codex Astartes, chapters, and then how to build the armor container. Again, not really needed because we built a couple already, and they painted this one red using the Mephiston red, and they dry brushed it with Bugman's Glow. Quite nice effect. And then again they painted the crates green, and now you've got a black, a red and a blue armoured Munitorum container with all the barrels the same colour and the crates the same colour. Of course, you don't have to use their paint guide, you can paint them any colour you want really. There's a tutorial mission, the Duel of Champions, Corvon 2, setting up your own battlefield, so it actually uses these containers and the bits of scenery, and then using the massive city fight map, which we have already got in one of the issues. And then there was a look at the next 2 issues, which you'll get your first look tomorrow on Friday of issue 21. It just includes the 3 Reavers, an actual sample chapter of a Death Guard novel, and the core rules. Finally, after sort of 21 issues, you get the core rules. 22 is going to be quite straightforward. First look and review. That'll be coming out on Tuesday. It's just going to be an unboxing and review of that issue, which just has a paint and a brush in there. So there you go. They're the 2 issues that I sort of didn't cover, but it's primarily for you know, issue 20. The Munitorum containers are, you know, same as the first issue that I reviewed. They go together quite well. They're in what I want to say 6 parts, and then you've got these sort of detachable storm bolters, which you don't have to put on. You can just have them as crates. You don't have to put these eagles on, but I did. It just makes them a little bit easier when you go to sort of, you know, store them. They just sit on those eagles really well, and it looks pretty cool with two of them sort of upright like that. They don't go that well together, you know, tail end to top, but you know, it is what it is. If I just put those back on there, you get in each of these sets, each of these issues, you get 3 barrels per container, 2 large crates and 2 sort of small crates. In one of the issues later on, you get a load of battlefield accessories, but those particular items are older. They're quite a few years older. This is, I'll say, the newest stuff. This did come out sort of 3 years ago, but it's still the kind of newish scenery in the grand scheme of things. Size wise, I've got a normal Space Marine and a Primaris, as you can see there. You know, these scenery pieces do go well with you know, current models. Plenty of cover even for the taller, sort of wider Primaris. I want to put a Redemptive Dreadnought in, which, yeah, it's the largest dreadnought other than the Telemon, you know, and just goes to show you just how big these dreadnoughts are. But a normal dreadnought will probably be about there, so only a little bit taller than these containers. Comparing them to Death Guard models, I've got a Blight Lord Terminator and a normal Death Guard, and then a Mythitic Blight Hauler. In a way, the Mythitic Blight Hauler is probably a little bit, what is that? Just a tiny bit taller, I want to say. You know, if a Space Marine was the other side a fair while back, probably just see a couple of spikes, you know, slowly moving across, or quickly moving across. Actually, probably smell it before you saw one of these horrible little creatures. But still, you know, that just gives you an idea of the size of these terrain pieces. Obviously, now that you've got 3, you know, you can definitely turn one sort of quadrant of your standard gaming board into kind of like a little drop-off point supply depot thing with the scenery that's provided with this subscription. Anyway, what do you guys think of the Armoured Munitorum containers? It does suck a little bit that we get all 3, you know, spread out over 3 issues. I would have preferred it if it was just 1 issue, because price-wise, you're looking at sort of £30 in 1 issue, which isn't too dissimilar from Lord Velthius and his cohort. It does suck a bit that you're getting the same scenery over 3 issues, and you know, 3 issues out of the 80 just dedicated to these is quite a bit of a chunk. Anyway, what do you guys think of the containers and the issues? That's it for the armoured containers, but there are more scenery pieces to come, such as the pipeline and the battlefield accessories and some STC runes, Riser runes, I think. Anyway, put it in the comments below. It'd be great to hear from you. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.